Let's get it.
Floor is yours.
So we here. All right. Not so average top five. So these, listen, I realize I gotta do this now. All right. These are your top 5 NFL players that are playing in the Super Bowl that are not playing the QB position. All right. So we're not going to add Patrick Mahomes or Brock Purdy. These are non-QBs, top 5 in the Super Bowl. All right. You got me? All right, let's get it. Let's kick it off. At number 5, Chris Jones. There it is. All right. I got you, Tomo. Here we go. Boom. All right. Chris Jones, number 5. All right. So I got Chris Jones number 5 because he's an anchor. He's the anchor of the Chiefs defense. All right. Chris Jones, he is the difference maker. I remember Dave came on here last year and he kind of went on Chris Jones of his playoff performance, right? And then right after they did that, what did he do against the Bengals? He got the key game. He got the game-winning sack on Joe Burrow to send him to the NFC, to send him to the Super Bowl. So that's the type of player Chris Jones is. He's a difference maker. He's the most impactful defensive player. No, he's not. He's the second most impactful defensive player in the Super Bowl. So I'm going with Chris Jones at 5. Number 4, Dave's guy, Fred Warner. Fred Warner is so under. I don't want to say underappreciated, but he doesn't get the accolades. He doesn't get the awards. He's not in Defensive Player of the Year talks. People don't really talk about him a lot. We kind of just know who he is because what he does don't show up on the stat sheet. You know, he controls that whole defense. He's the reason why the 49ers are a consistent defense. Do y'all know Fred Warner haven't missed a game in his whole career? I didn't even know that till this morning. Never missed a game in his career. All right. People might say, "Oh, what about Nick Bosa or all these other guys?" The most valuable defensive player on this team is Fred Warner. No Fred Warner, the 49ers will look totally different. So I got Fred Warner at number 4. At number 3, C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey. People probably like, what? Christian McCaffrey number 1? Yeah, he's number 3. All right. Christian McCaffrey, what he does, I always talk about this. I was in Sacramento, shout out to Sacramento Kings. And I did a live about when Christian McCaffrey got traded. And I'm like, it's a cheat code. You put Christian McCaffrey with Kyle Shanahan, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Christian McCaffrey on his first game starting, you know what he did? Rushing TD, right? Passing TD and receiving TD and all in the same game. Christian McCaffrey is that weapon X that you could put anywhere on the field. And he's somebody that the defense will have to focus on throughout the whole game. So Christian McCaffrey is number 3. Number 2, Trent Williams, another guy similar to Fred Warner on offense. The most valuable player to me on this team is Trent Williams. Trent Williams is probably the best player on the 49ers, but he doesn't get talked about because of his stuff don't show up on the stat sheet. And people might say, Chris McCaffrey, what are you talking about, Joe? Do y'all know that when they went on that skid, everybody kept talking about Debo. They kept talking about Chris McCaffrey getting hurt coming back. Trent Williams is gone, y'all. Trent Williams got hurt against the Browns, didn't come back, and then he didn't play against the Bengals or the Vikings. They went 0-2, by the way, in those 2 games, and they lost that Browns game. Do y'all know Chris McCaffrey played in the Vikings game? Chris McCaffrey played in the Bengals game. He had 54 yards and 45 yards. So those 2 games, he had less than 4 yards a carry, which is averaging over 5 yards a carry in the season. So not only Purdy needs Trent Williams, so does Christian McCaffrey. Trent Williams, we talked about it early in the segments, without your left tackle, without your tackle on your blind side, whatever, right? I mean, it's going to be tough for anybody. So Trent Williams is number 2 on this list. And number 1, man, I'm sorry, Travis Kelce. I mean, look, Travis Kelce is not having the all-pro type year, even though, was he all-pro? Oh, he was all-pro? Okay. He's not having an all-pro type year we normally see. But one thing we do know is on money time, which is called playoff time, Travis Kelce reverted back to the Travis Kelce we know and love. I mean, we saw him against Baltimore, dominated that defense. That's all we did at Kyle Hamilton in the end zone, that back shoulder pass. But Travis Kelce is the best player that's not a quarterback in this game. I think that without Travis Kelce, the Chiefs would be a whole different team. They wouldn't win this game without Travis Kelce. They actually need Travis Kelce to win this game, right? Travis Kelce, not only what he does production-wise, the energy he brings to the team, that attitude, that swag, I think that swag he brought in that Ravens game rubbed off on the rest of the Chiefs, So those are your announced whatever's top 5. Fellas, what's your feedback?
I'm guessing that was from me. Appreciate you, Tomo.
Okay. What's going
on? Joel Embiid is now going to be reevaluated in 4 weeks for his injury.
Oh, okay. Thought something crazy happened.
That's good news for the 76ers fans, man. It might have something going on, but top 5. I mean, Joe, I ain't mad at it. I think you could have shifted CMC at 2 and put Fred at 3 and Trent. But then again, I thought about it as you were talking. I remember I was like, when Trent wasn't there, CMC couldn't do what he do. And technically, if the offense can't do what they do, then Fred gonna get burnt out. So you did your thing, Joe. I got you. Okay. I'm with you on this one.
I think maybe my only argument, and that's because of the entire season, but I think this is I'm guessing this is basically stripped off the postseason right now.
No, this best player. Period. It's not based off who had a better year. No, like that. Like the best players in the Super Bowl right now.
I guess I've always had this issue with Travis Kelce being the best tight end in the league when he doesn't do everything that Kittle does. Because Kittle is great at pass catching. He's great at pass blocking and great at run blocking. Can't say the same thing for Kelce. But Kelce is more of an offensive weapon when it comes to be of catching the ball. So I get why most people just automatically say he's the best tight end in the league. I just think Kittle has an argument there, but this is not that debate. I think maybe if I was to really put someone number 1 overall, I would probably put Trent Williams number 1 overall. Just because of what this offense means with him being there. He wasn't there when we went to the Super Bowl last time. He wasn't with our team. We got him the year after. So Trent Williams is huge and what causes us to be able to get here. He helps out with CMC and Brock Purdy. And we've seen Mahomes, be able to play well without Kelce being a big factor.
Being a big factor.
Yeah, I'm not saying not being in the game, but being a big factor.
You say yourself 0-1 without him this year.
Yeah. So, but I'm not too mad at this list, honestly. I mean, I see why this list is here. Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the league, so I get why he's top 5. And Chris Jones was basically another contract year. It just has helped this Chiefs defense be what people are saying now as the best defense in the league. So, hey, man, good list. There's not much I could really say about this.
Yeah, I thought you were going to have pushback with Chris Jones and Nick Bosa. I really did.
No. I feel like Chris Jones' impact has been bigger than Nick Bosa this year. So I ain't too mad at that.
Hey, can I address a comment real quick? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying he meant offense.
Yeah. About this. I was throwing over that comment too. Can I address a comment also? Somebody's I think it's Carl. He said, "How is he unappreciated?" I even said it myself. I said we just know he does what he does. We know who he is. We know he's the line, but nobody really like he don't get no awards, no accolades, or nothing. That's what I meant by that. Like has he ever been considered defensive player of the year? No.
I think this is probably his best season. He could have been considered in a defensive player of the year, but no one mentioned.
He wasn't in the conversation.
I never heard him in the conversation.
No, that's what it was. I remember because after the Cowboys game, they said he should be in the conversation for defense.
Yeah, but he's never been in the conversation.
So that's what I mean by that, because that's why I said he does what he does. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes, Javon, but he ain't top 5. Is he better than any of these guys on here?
No.
Yeah, Rasheed
No.
Rice does need more love, but he ain't top 5, bro. He ain't top 5. So, but okay, we agree. I got
okay. So all right. So Carl, if the defensive player of the year is a pass rusher award, why did you have so much of an issue when Brock Purdy was being put as the MVP when we know the MVP is a quarterback award? Like, come on, Carl. You playing two sides of the field.
Oh, the chat about to be lit this morning. Chat about to be lit.
Quarterbacks take over the MVP award. Now you ain't want to be with it until Lamar Jackson got into the conversation.
Come
on, man. Now you playing two sides of it. You definitely playing two sides of it now.
Let's get it.
I ain't got to be working till 3:00, so I'll be in the chat today.
Oh, okay. Let's write this up then, fellas. Oh, they ready Super Bowl week. Y'all messing with Dave in the wrong week. It's Super Bowl week, y'all. But
yes, you did. You said CMC deserves more of it than he does. Don't try to backtrack now, man.
They got smoked. They ready today. Hey, look, I'm actually off today. I'm not working today, so I'm free myself. So I'll be in my popcorn with just like Blaze. It's like
you had an issue with him being number one. You said CMC should be one and not him.
Say it for the chat, Dave. Say it for the chat. Say it for the chat. Look, everybody, look. So, thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.